This is February, and as many of you know, February is Black History Month. You may not be aware that the founder of Black History Month, Dr. Carter G. Woodson, was a professor at Berea College. So there are some Kentucky ties to what has become a very, very important national celebration. Given that fact, the caucus will be taking the opportunity each day to share with you some facts, not just about National Black History Month issues or features, but we're going to focus on Kentucky, and we're going to be focusing on your particular county. So there's going to be information that's going to be shared here daily that hopefully you can take pride in as you learn more about history, the Black history, and the contributions made by individuals, the celebrations that occur locally as well as statewide. And so it will hopefully be something that's very educational to you. In light of that, I'd like to yield to my colleague, the gentleman from Franklin, for our first Black History Month moment. If I may.
Recognize the gentleman from Franklin.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Today I'm going to talk about a gentleman who served in this chamber and in the General Assembly in the 1930s. He was the first African American to be elected to serve. He was elected as a Republican, and he served this Commonwealth well. His name was Charles W. Anderson, Jr. Elected in 1935, the first African American elected in Kentucky and in the South as a whole since the end of Reconstruction. He attended Kentucky State University and then graduated with a law degree from Howard University and began practicing law in Kentucky. He advocated for better educational opportunities and access to public facilities for African Americans throughout Kentucky. He led the repeal of the Kentucky Public Hanging Law, and in 1943, he began serving as the president of the National Negro Bar Association, finishing after 2 terms of service. He was the first African American to receive the Kentucky Colonel's Commission, a trailblazer, a role model, an individual who led the pathway for people of color who today serve in this chamber, representing districts from West Kentucky to Louisville and Lexington, Frankfort, and Covington. And without that trailblazer, who knows where we would be as a Commonwealth, as a people, and as a society. So I thank him for being a trailblazer. I thank him for his service, and I thank him for providing us with a role model to follow as we lead within our communities and in this Commonwealth. And as we continue throughout this path over February, I hope that each and every one of us learn something new about the role of African Americans in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, but not only the role of African Americans in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, but those who also provided assistance and who dedicated their lives, whether they were black or white, toward making sure that all men and women are created equal. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, gentlemen.